Okay, hello everyone. The date and time we live in now, there's a renewed interest in gardening, and not everybody has a huge area for a garden or big garden space, and that brings me to the topic today. We're going to talk about a little experiment we've done this year, hay bale garden. We just used one bale as an experiment just to see how it would go. I've done a little research on it, and most people use straw bales, but we didn't have straw bale available, so we used what we had, and we used a hay bale. And, there's a process in getting that started. You have to first condition the bale. And I brought the bale up here in the edge of the yard. I set it on its edge, and I watered it, watered it, and hay is a source of carbon, so in order for stuff to grow in it, you'll need some nitrogen. Well, I researched, and people use blood meal, I think bone meal. There was just several different things that you can use. I didn't have any of that available to me right at the moment, but what I did have was chicken manure. It's a source of nitrogen. Alright, I've got the bale set up on its edge. I covered the top of it in chicken manure. I watered it in for days. And kept watering it. Well, I'm going to say 2 weeks plus, maybe 3 weeks even. I then was ready to plant in the bale. So I took a rake, I raked off the excess manure that hadn't been soaked into the bale, and I put potting soil, actually is what I had on hand. So I put potting soil on the top of the bale, and I planted squash seeds on it. Straight neck yellow squash seeds is what was planted on the hay bale. So, I didn't know how that would go. They did germinate and come up. We went through an extremely dry time, so I had to water twice a day in the hay bale. And we were just doing an experiment on some, container type garden stuff. We have some raised beds, and I'm going to get Gracie to go over that with you at another time. But this was just specifically talking about the hay bale. So I'm going to show you that. And I do need to cut the weeds, but here is the squash plants. We've been harvesting squash from this for several weeks now. I'm going to get over here. Hopefully not get eat up with a snake, but you can see what the hay bale looks like now. And the squash plants have done phenomenal. I'd like to see if there's a squash here. Show you, there's some small ones. Small ones. Gracie must have been in here and harvested all the big ones today. But anyway, if you don't have much room, this was very easy to do. There was some conditioning involved to get it to this point, but it was a very easy project. I would recommend you try this. God bless you.